These guys are probably one of the cuter mobs of Minecraft, but these guys will attack squids that are mobs, but not the player. And they have the ability to come back to life. Bats can be a menace to your mental health because of how annoying these guys can sound. And they can make you go batty, believe me. This adorable insect can be very passive and will help you grow crops by pollination. But if you so much as smack one of these guys, you would have learned the hive and you better prepare for a world of pain. These smoker-sounding smokestacks can set you on fire and are the only source of blaze rods, which makes this mob crucial to find if you're a speedrunner. If you don't find them, then say goodbye to your speedrun. Cats are very skittish and will constantly run away from you unless you tame it. And these guys actually do have a use, but that's for later. Found in mine shafts, these spiders will launch at you and poison you consistently. They will spawn typically in web bunches, and if you get stuck in the webs, you might have a tough time with these guys. It's a chicken, or a KFC, depending on how you view it. It's a fish. It's a cow. What would you expect? I mean, yeah, typically you'll have to cause mass genocide against the cows just to get your max enchantment table. Ah, the creeper, or more appropriately, the terrace, because this thing will be absolutely silent, then boom, next thing you know, half your house is blown up and there's blocks all over the ground. This terrace, though, has a weakness to cats. No idea why, but when they're near cats, they just dip. When you swim them, you pretty much become Aquaman, but if you hit one and there's others nearby, they're gonna try to beat the shit out of you. This ass can carry stuff around for you, and it's pretty good at it. Tron might sound like they gargle mouthwash, but don't be fooled. Occasionally, you can find them with trines, and they throw them at you with the might of Zeus. And if there are too many, you might as well go to the bottom of the ocean already, because if not, they will put you there. This mob looks like a 4th grade dick joke that took life. Plus, these guys are a nuisance because they can affect you with mind fatigue, which is a very painful thing to have, unless you have milk, which can get rid of the effect. And they can shoot Death Star lasers at you, because why not? This is the be-all end-all boss of Minecraft, and is very much willing to send you flying like it is, but don't think you're going to land as softly as it does. Endermen are pretty much tall, lanky boys that don't love staring contests, because if you win, they will put you in place, and not in the good way. One of these things is not bad, but put too many together and you're going to regret meeting this pest. These guys are so annoying and that even the Endermen will attempt to squash them. Evokers are the type of mob that can kill you multiple ways, either sending a stream of jaws from the ground towards you, or summoning little demons that will slice you non-stop. But they will never actually attack you, because once you beat their trap card, they will start running away to gain distance or summon something else. There's not much to say about foxes, except they're cute while they're asleep and they are extremely skittish. This giant flying marshmallow can shoot flaming explosive meatballs at you, and typically out of render distance, plus they're extremely loud. It's a squid that glows. What else can I say about them? Make sure you watch your back because these guys will ram you, though it is quite rare. Also, these guys can jump to the moon pretty much. Similar to the Elder Guardian, except they're smaller and don't give you mind fatigue, but they make that up with numbers. While there's only one Elder, there's always multiple of these guys. Be careful around this Puma lookalike, because he will not sing with you, but instead will knock your ass in the air repeatedly until slain. It is extremely durable, so have fun killing it. When trying to get around quickly in the early game, having a horse is the best option, but good luck getting a saddle though. Also, the death sound of these guys is horrifying. These sand zombies will attempt to kill you and give you hunger. This guy can either be your best friend or worst enemy. Best friend as he can take out multiple enemies with ease and is extremely tanky. Worst enemy as in he will proceed to yeet your ass in the air with the force of a sledgehammer. Llamas are very chill animals, but if provoked, they will proceed to spit in your face, so don't try to piss them off. These guys are super annoying. Well, this one is very small. There are larger ones, and they will hop on your head like you're a Goomba. And the medium ones will just wail at you, so will the little ones, like this guy. And these guys can swim in lava and knock you in with them, which is not good. Give a cow one too many shrooms, and you end up with this. But besides that, it's pretty much a reskin cow. These guys don't spawn naturally because they're the result of a horse and a donkey doing it. Besides that, these are basically just better donkeys. Put spawns on a cat and you get this. Ocelots are mirror images of cats, except they be wild. Despite only eating bamboo and just vibing, these guys don't really do that much. The P in their name stands for party because these guys will bop out to music discs. You can also put them on your shoulder and they can alert you of the nearest mobs by mimicking their sound. Get ready to look around constantly when you have one of these guys with you. This flying demon will make sure you get punished if you don't go to bed because these guys will start appearing after a few days without sleep. You can ride this boy with a carry on stick, but they're not a really good mount. They're better for getting porked from. You give a pig bipedal walking lessons and teach them to use weapons, bam, this is the result. These guys will attack unless you wear golden armor around them. They basically let you pass in a drip drown contest. But don't get too comfortable, because if you so much as touch their gold or go through their chests, they will come for you and make sure you give them back what you took from them. These guys are different. They're basically the Navy SEALs of the piglins. Like, they will look through your drip and kill you on sight. Good luck killing this boy though, for he is very strong and he will alert the regular piglins of your presence. The name literally says it all. Yeah, these guys are basically designed to pillage villages and will murder villagers. Well, these guys are actually pretty chill. Don't go near an adult and their cub because they will throw hands at you. Besides the fact that this is a meme fish, get too close to it and it will puff up and poison you. So don't get close to it, just let it vibe. Rabbits are speedy boys, but they sometimes are too good for it. AKA, they will run away from you off a hill or a cliff and just die. It is horrifying when one dies next to you. Trust me, I know. Nothing stops this mob from eating your ass, literally. Like, these guys can charge through blocks and will open their jaw and start munching at you. It's a red fish. It's a sheep. It gives wool. That's it. If you hear someone vomiting in an end city, it's probably this. This shell will shoot a projectile at you that will turn you into Mary Poppins. Picture the Undermite, but it's in the overworld. It's just as annoying as it, and it comes in huge numbers, sometimes. This guy can bone you in the early game if you don't know how to handle them. These guys have range and will use it in every way possible. Alright, hear me out. It's a horse, but in skeleton form. Imagine the magma cube, but it's not as bad as it. Like, they're still annoying, but they're not that bad. This mob acts like the tough guy and owns the place, but in reality, he hits like a cloud. These guys will fight a mob that's 100% stronger than it and will not care. Regular spiders are the larger, non-poisonous cousins of the cave spider, but still the same spider vibes out of this thing. It's a squid. It's pretty derpy as well. It's just a skeleton that went into the snow and can cause slowness to anyone they hit. This is by far the derpiest mob in Minecraft to date, and they can Jesus walk across lava. They're fish, but they can come in any color under the rainbow. Turtles are just a mob that give off good vibes. Just don't throw any plastic near them though. Like, come on. These are the flying demons that Evoker summon and are an absolute pain in the ass to deal with, especially if too many get summoned and none of them have died. One of the passive mobs, villagers can be pretty good and also pretty shit to work with. Vindicators are villagers, but they have Black Air Force energy. Like, they will chop your ass and are pretty good at it. Let's make a villager that is not bound to the village. That's pretty much the mindset Mojang had when making this mob. Witchers are mobs that can be pretty annoying, but it's more about personal preference though, so. The Wither is one of the other bosses in Minecraft, except you summon it, and once it is, every mob around it is dead, because this thing can only see red. The Wither Skeleton is a mob that by itself, it's no problem, but put too many together, you are absolutely screwed, because these guys give you the Wither effect as well, which is not good. The best friend of man is a mob that can be useful or just a pain if you have one under your wing, because if it dies, you might end up uninstalling the game because you loved it that much. These guys can be horrifying, as you can walk up to find these guys and also see mass amounts of wool and mutton lying around from the sheep they killed. It's a Hoglin that became zombified, and it's tankier and has more rage problem than its living counterpart. It's basically a Steve that got zombified. That's all that needs to be said. It's a horse, but zombified. It's a villager, but zombified. It's a piglin, but zombified. And be careful not to hit one, because if you do, you're expecting to get absolutely gangbanged by any other around you.